Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie, the owner of Steph's Design Space. On my channel, you'll see a variety of junk journal techniques, crafts, and more. Today, we're going to be creating, I don't know what to call these, ribbon, fabric ribbon, things. I don't know. We'll figure it out when I get there, but we're going to be taking this kind of ribbon, right? And we are going to be creating things with it. So, if junk journaling is your passion, make sure you subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss a video. Now go grab a cup of coffee, get comfy, and let's get started. Okay, so I had this idea. Sometimes I sit in my chair and I just kind of look in my room and I will see something and I'm like, oh, I wonder if I could do that. So I have all of these unique rolls of, I mean, look at how thick that is, of like fabric, but it's like in a ribbon format, and it hit me, it's like I should pre-make like strips on cardstock because it would make it easier to use in my journals in the moment, right? For pockets, belly bands, journal cards, tags, whatever. So it's kind of like a master board. That's what we're going to call it, a fabric ribbon master board. Now these are ones I've already done, and the reason I wanted to back it on cardstock is it makes it easier to use, to glue down, etc. when you're in the moment of creating. This can be, where's my cheat sheet? So this could be a belly band. Okay, I could put this on top for a double belly band if I wanted to, or just to decorate it, or whatever. This could be a pocket. It could be a page edge. It could be a tuck. I can cut it and make it a journal card. I can cut it and make it a tag. Like, it is just endless. And a lot of, for me, I'm just going to speak for me, this stuff sits on a shelf because in my brain, it's like, oh, that's ribbon. But it's more than just ribbon. So let's play. Okay, let's play. I went and gathered some cardstock I could care less about, that I'm not going to use for anything except stuff like this, like these trees. And I am just going to glue down, and I'm just using the Scotch glue stick. Of course I am. There it is. It's actually where it's supposed to be. To glue it down, because here's the thing, it doesn't have to be perfect. If I have to touch it up when I'm using it in a journal, that's perfectly fine. Today is Tuesday, and I know that I have very rarely, if ever, posted a video on Tuesday, but I wanted to start this new thing called 20-Minute Tuesday. So on Tuesdays, I will be showing you something that you can do in just 20 minutes in your craft room, right? Like cutting fabric, ribbon, and gluing it to cardstock to make a master board. We are making a fabric ribbon master board, and then we will cut it. All right, what other one do I have that I haven't cut yet? I've cut that one. I've done that. Oh, let's do this one. Like, isn't that so pretty? Ooh, and for anybody who may not know, this is wired ribbon. Now, I don't want the wire in it, so we're going to take the wire out to make it user-friendly. And I'm doing 2 of each, so I have, you know, plenty of variety to choose from. So I'm just gonna do this. There we go. Now, to remove the ribbon, I did get a pair of pliers. Some ribbon is easier to get it out than others. So I just pick whichever end is coming out easiest. So you just kind of push this down to where you see the little wire and then grab it. And like I said, some is way easier than others. Come on. And this has like little foil. I may have to like just cut it a little bit. There we go. Now I can see it. So we're gonna take this and grab. It's like, oh, you're gonna film? Let me act a fool. And then pull it out. And then we're gonna pull out the other side. The one I just saw you peeping out. And this gets rid of that wire, so it's more flexible. Because for this, we don't need the wire to like keep it shape or anything like that, right? And I do toss them. I have thought about, oh, I could probably use that when I make my dangles or whatever. It is pretty thin wire, so I wouldn't reuse it for making dangles or anything like that. There we go. Pull that one out. And that one. So before I learned this, I absolutely shied away from ribbon that had wire in it. I miss out on a lot of really pretty ribbon. Let me just say that. Okay, for this one, I think I'm going to go ahead and use the glue gun. It has more texture to it. So we're going to use the glue gun. I use the glue gun for some other ones. And again, it's just like light, a little bit of glue. I'm not looking for perfection or anything like that, but I am excited for what this is going to offer in the way of new ways to use this ribbon, because I have so much. Like, don't we all, right? Because we see pretty stuff and we're like, oh, that's so pretty, I have to have it. But sometimes, speaking from my personal experience, sometimes I don't think about how I'm going to use 25 yards. I think that's what this one is, 25 yards of this particular ribbon. Now, I know like quilters and people who sew and do all that stuff, that is not a big deal. Someone who does junk journaling and paper crafts, 25 yards is a lot. Okay, so that's stuck down. And now we're going to do this one. Guess it would help if I move stuff a bit, a hair. So how is everybody? Oh my goodness. Oh, need another glue stick. I'm so glad I put these up here above me because they are much easier to get to when I need them. And I am just putting a little bit and then smooshing it down. Because I don't feel like I need a whole lot. I really just want it attached to the cardstock. And then, because it's going to make it easier for me to store these pre-made ephemera pieces into whatever I make them into. Alright, so putting, well, and I think that's what I got this little strip of fabric ribbon for, is because I knew I was going to have like a little piece left over, and this is like the perfect width for that. And I did use like the glue stick on this one, but it didn't seem like it wanted to stick very well, so that's why I'm like, you know what, let me go ahead and just do the glue gun. So this is our fabric ribbon masterboard, and now we're just going to cut our strips. I put these kind of close together, so. Now I am trying to cut as close as I can to the ribbon. Of course, it doesn't help when I did something like, see, that's not all the way stuck on the sides, but that's okay. I don't need it to be. I need just enough to where it's on cardstock so I can use it for future endeavors. Anyway, so I just thought, you know what? This is something that we can do fast, easy, and have a stash built up. Because I can't tell you how many times, you know, I think of something after the fact. It's so frustrating. Anybody else? Just me? I'm like, oh, I should have done that. Or I should have done that. But I feel like if it's pre-done, right? Like if I'm taking the time to make these fabric ribbon strips. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Then I'll have things handy for all kinds of things. Like I said, belly bands, tags, journal cards, pockets, tucks, page edge. Alright, now the only thing I have to do is snip off any extra, and this definitely goes in the cluster box. Let me put that with those, and here's another one. And it's hanging over a bit. I don't care. I'm only worried about the end part, not the side part. Cluster box. This is just a little trim. So yeah, so two things I hope that you learn from this is don't shy away from wired ribbon, because you can take the wire out, and make a ribbon master board. Okay, I'm going to make one more because I do have some other fabric here. I wanted to use this fabric. Look at how gorgeous that is. Now, I think, I don't need to talk with the pen in my mouth, I think this is going to show through. So let me see. I feel that I have a more neutral. Yeah, so that's not going to show through. So I'm going to use this one for these. Like, that is going to be an amazing pocket. It's going to be amazing anything. And because it's already like framed out, belly band decorate, I mean, the possibilities are absolutely endless. So I'm trying to keep an eye on the time. Usually I don't worry about the time, but I said, you know what? I want to show you that you can just, you know, sometimes, myself included, I say, oh, I don't have time to craft today, you know, because I feel like I have to spend an enormous amount of time, but I can look at what I'm going to be able to get done in 20 minutes with very little to no prepping. The only prep work I did is I pulled scrapbook paper that I wasn't going to use anyway, or just for stuff like this. Okay, that's not going to stick well. And I pulled out my ribbon that I wanted to play with, and that is as far as the prep work went today. So not a lot of getting stuff ready ahead of time to accomplish creating something in 20 minutes or less. Now, if I can do or less, that would be, we're not going to bank on that, right? Because we know Stephanie is super slow. Like, I'm not even letting the glue gun get hot enough. I'm expecting it to do supernatural things here because I'm like, I'm so impatient. I just realized that the glue stick wasn't quite, and I put that not on the right thing. The glue stick wasn't quite doing it for this one, and it may end up coming up, and that's okay. If it does, it does. We'll fix that. Okay, I want to do this one. Oh, that pen was bent. This one has wire in it. This one, does this one have wire? No, it just has the gold, but it is not wired. This one is wired. Like, how rich is that color? Oh my gosh, that is gonna make an amazing, beautiful anything. Okay, and we are going to trim that. And let's see how long it takes to get the wires out. Sometimes I can just do it with my fingers if I don't have to fool with the, but some of them are really stuck, so that's why I get the pliers out. And then if it bunches up like that, just pull it and pull it apart, and it works really good. You'll find your little way of doing it. And have metal wire all over this, because usually I wrap it up and throw it in the trash. But right now, I'm just setting them over there. Okay. Let's get this one going down. That's not going to work. And I will, you know, touch up the glue depending on whatever project I'm working on. So I'm not worried about it being perfect. I just wanted to have a backing, because it does make it easier to work with depending on what you're using it for. Like, trying to make a tag out of this is not going to work, but making a tag once it's on paper will work much better. God, that's so beautiful. Can't wait to make stuff with this rich burgundy color. Okay, so those are down, and now we're going to cut them. Trying to be careful not to cut the trim. So I may have a little excess that I will trim up after the fact, right? Because I don't want to I don't want to cut the trim. So, because I can go up underneath it and cut it like after the fact, because I'm not trying to save the scrapbook paper for anything. All right. All right, so I know most of y'all have probably heard that Joann's is going out of business, and I'm really contemplating if I want to go see if there's anything that I need. I can't shop on want, but like, I do need more fabric, right? But I'm not sure it's gonna be cheap enough, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what their sale prices are right now. But I think I might. It depends on if my husband wants to drive me, since I'm in a boot and I can't drive. It really depends if he wants to be my chauffeur. I'm going to go check out a few of them. There's 3 that are relatively in my neck of the woods. That that I can go look at. So I might go see if I can get some fabric, maybe some lace, some trim, you know, stuff that's different. I'm not worried about scrapbook paper and all of that. One, I make my own, so I'm not too stressed about that. And I'm fixing to say something that is going to be sacrilege to a lot of y'all. I know I have a very good friend of mine who loves Tim Holtz. She loves all of his stuff. I like his stuff, but not enough to buy it. But I love that it's available to the people who do like it. So there is that. So I'm more worried about like the fabric, the trim, the lace, the little things that aren't as readily or easily obtainable. Okay, so let's take a look at what we've done today. I did go over maybe a little bit of my 20 minutes, but that's okay. I tried 20 minutes or less. So we have these and this. Let me get these out. Now some of these I did do beforehand. One, I wanted to make sure it worked because things that work in my head do not always translate very well to actual paper, so, or in reality. So I wanted to make sure. And then I do have quite a few of those strips, and then this. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and then I have 14, including these different strips that I can use for a plethora of crafting things in my junk journals. So if you only have 20 minutes, pull this out, create a few fabric masterboards, and share with me in all the places. So in the description box, you'll find me in all the places. I would love for you to join my Facebook group and show me all of your creations. So yeah, so until next time, y'all have a great day. Bye.